What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be reviewing this AKK 5000 milliwatt VTX. Now, this company reached out to me and they asked me if I could do a review on this VTX. I told them sure, you know what I mean, why not? They actually sent me over 2 of these, so if you guys stick around, I'm going to let you know how you can win one of these in this video. And check it out. Damn, I thought they were just going to send me a VTX. They sent me, let's see here. They sent me 2 different antennas. One is 5 gigahertz, the other one is 5.8. I'll take these out and check it out in a second. Let's see what else they sent. So they sent me 2 VTXs. Alright, let's open these up and take a look at them. Now, let's go ahead and open up this box and see what it looks like. I typically don't fly analog. All my quads are mainly O3s and Vistas. But I still have a drone that I can convert into analog. I still got a couple analog parts. So it comes with a cooling fan on there, which is pretty cool. It's going to give us a JST connector, I'm sure, in the box, so we can hook it up to our flight controller. And it says 14.6 to 28 volt input. And this is going to be smart audio, so if you don't hook it up to smart audio, it's just going to go in 25 milliwatt pit mode. We got an SMA connector here. Really nice, really well put together. Let's go ahead and weigh this thing. Let's see what it weighs. So this one's reading 26 grams, so that's not too bad. This isn't going to be for your typical freestyling, and this is going to go on a long range quad, so I mean, weight isn't going to be a huge factor in this. Alright, let's dig a little further and see what we get in the box. So this is a SMA to a MMCX. That way we can hook up our antenna, which is pretty cool. And they gave this JST connector, and I'm assuming this is the power wire. I don't know what they have on here. Maybe a converter of some sort. But I'm not going to mess with this. We're just going to throw it on there. And also they give you some directions with it. Just a little piece of paper here. So it supports smart audio. It's got 25 milliwatts, 200 milliwatts, 500, 1000, 3000, and 5000 milliwatts. Power switchable. The built-in cooling fan. OSD configuration using smart audio, which I said before. And it takes 14.6 to 28 volt input with a 5 volt output. This end is going to go in to the VTX like this, and then you're going to screw on the right antenna for your needs there. So they did send an extra one of these out when they sent me mine to review. I like to give back when I can, so I'm going to be giving this thing away, and I'll also send you guys an antenna with it as well. So all you got to do is hit that like button and leave a comment down below, and you'll be in the running. And I do ask you guys to subscribe. It's not, you don't have to, but if you do subscribe, then you'll know if you want or not. So basically right here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the last 3 wires on this JST connector, which is video in, ground, and 5 volt. And I'm going to hook the camera up to these 3 wires right here. I'm going to take the power wire here with this little module on it. I'm going to hook this up to positive. Okay, so we're not going to hook up this one wire here. This is going to be for your TX to configure smart audio. So what's cool about this VTX is it has LED lights over here to tell you what band and channel you're on. So we're just going to go ahead and hit this button on this other side to configure the actual channel and band. And they give you this little paper too, so you can figure out the LED lights. It's got four blue LEDs, stands for 12 bands. So you got 6 on top, 6 on the bottom here, and it shows which LED light will be lit up for each letter. And then we got the power select. So there's going to be 3 green LEDs. It stands for 6 different power levels, which is pretty easy. Goes from 25 milliwatts to 200 milliwatts to 500 milliwatts, 1000 milliwatts, 3000 milliwatts, and 5000 milliwatts. Not quite sure why they have a pit mode on this, but maybe that's just for when you have it on the bench and you're configuring everything. You don't blow out all your components. Okay, so for the most part, we got this. We'll do the tug test here. We got everything all hooked up. Let's get this thing on a drone. So in this next portion of the video, you guys are going to see me test this thing out on 1000 milliwatts and 5000 milliwatts. I went ahead and hooked this thing up to the actual drone. It's not hooked up through the flight controller though, so that's why you see 2 power cables. And I also got 2 capacitors on there, so hopefully it'll help with some noise. And we're going to be using this analog receiver attached to my DJI goggles. I believe it's a 5808 RX dual diversity receiver. I got the AKK 5 gigahertz on this side here, and I got the 5.8 gigahertz on the actual VTX. So unfortunately, I don't have a bunch of long range stuff. I typically fly like close proximity. So I'm going to share with you guys, with the stuff that I have, I'm going to share with you, what kind of range or what kind of penetration this thing has. If I were to fly this thing, the receivers that I have, they're not long range by any means, so I'd probably lose signal through the receiver before I lost video anyway. So this is how we're going to do this test here. Let's get right into it. So basically what you guys are watching here is I got the drone hanging out the window, and I'm going to do one lap around this school, which has a lot of concrete and a lot of Wi-Fi and interference all around it. This house is all around this place on the left and on the right side of the actual school. And you can see up top here, I got this left side is on 1 watt and the right side is on 5 watts. And what I'm doing here is just like a small penetration test just to show you guys what this thing is all about. And you'll see here in a second when I take this corner, when the school is between me and the actual goggles and the drone, you can see it starts to break up quite a bit. And in the 1 watt, I'd say that's probably not going to be flyable, but in the 5 watts, it looks like you can, fly through that. I mean, most people would be able to fly through that and get out of it, probably throttle up or whatnot. But this, I would say this VTX is made for like a pure line of sight. You could probably get 20 to 30 miles or even more if you had unobstructed view of this, VTX with your goggles. As long as you have the right antenna, as long as you got the right setup, you could get this thing miles and miles of distance on this thing. Now you could tell the 5 watts does a little bit better. It is a little glitchy, but like I said, somebody has like some Wi-Fi interference around here. I try to fly my drone at this field a lot. Even my digital drones drop out of the sky like instantly. It's so weird. Like I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna take this 5 watt. I'm gonna go left up the hill here and see what see what we can do. As I'm going up the hill here, you'll see once I take this corner up here is where I lose sight from the goggles. It seems like, and it just gets really fuzzy. I don't think it's flyable. Right about here is where I'd say you probably can't fly through that. No, I'd just go ahead and turn around and start heading back. But I mean, as far as like who this VTX would be for, I mean, it's obviously for a long range flyer. I wouldn't throw this on like a freestyle rig and just go and freestyle. It's probably gonna drain your battery, pretty quick, and it's just too much wattage. Like I said, now I'm not I'm not an analog expert by any means, but if you change your antennas first and get the right antennas or better antennas, you're going to get better range instead of just cranking up the milliwatts. Like more milliwatts doesn't mean you're going to get better range and penetration. But I just want to share with you guys this little test here. And I want to say a huge thanks to AKK for sending this out to me to review it. And I really appreciate that. They did not pay me, just a little disclaimer. They didn't pay me. They didn't tell me what to say in this video. The thoughts and everything I said are my own. And if anybody wants to win this VTX, please hit that like button, subscribe, and I'm going to pick a random winner within like a week or two. So appreciate you guys sticking around. See you on the next one.